Wheatstone bridge is an arrangement of 4 resistors which can be used to measure one of them in terms of the rest of the resistors. The arms AB and BC are called ratio arms, and the arms AC and BD are called conjugate arms, as shown in the figure. This arrangement of resistance is known as Wheatstone bridge. The balanced bridge situation is considered when the potential drop across the junction B is equals to the potential at the junction D. That is, no current flows between B and D. In this case, the galvanometer connected in between B and D shows zero deflection. That is, Ig is equals to 0. In balanced situation, P by Q ratio is equals to R by S. Unbalanced bridge is considered if the potential difference between B and D exists. That is, the potential at junction D is greater than potential at junction B. Also, we can conclude that VA minus VD is less than VA minus VB, which gives P into S is greater than R into Q. By using Wheatstone bridge, we can learn about meter bridge, post office box, and potentiometer, and so on, to know the unknown resistance and also to find the EMF or internal resistance of the cell. We are well aware of Wheatstone bridge. Now we are going to discuss one of its application, meter bridge, as shown in the figure. It consists of resistance box RB, denoted with the symbol R, and unknown resistance S, whose resistance we have to calculate. Part AC is connected with a long wire whose length is 100 centimeter, and in between a galvanometer is connected. At the point B, we are using the jockey, through which we divide the wire AC in two halves, that is AB, which is known as the symbol P, and the part BC is known with the symbol Q. The length of P is here L, and the length of Q is 100 minus L. Now carefully observe the figure. We again form the Wheatstone bridge. Q by P ratio is equals to 100 minus L upon L. Now apply Wheatstone bridge principle. P by Q is equals to R by S. By this, S is equals to 100 minus L upon L into R. Thus, we can calculate the unknown resistance S. Now we are going to start potentiometer. Potentiometer is a device mainly used to measure EMF of a given cell and to compare EMFs of cells. It is also used to measure internal resistance of a given cell. Potentiometer is based on no deflection. When the potentiometer gives zero deflection, it does not draw any current from the cell or the circuit. That is, the potentiometer is effectively an ideal instrument of infinite resistance for measuring the potential difference. Now see the figure. The circuit diagram of this is divided into two parts, the primary circuit and the secondary. Primary circuit consists of a EMF E, small e, and having the internal resistance small, connected via a key, rheostat, and a long wire AB of length 6 to 10 meter long, made up of manganese or constant. The second part, the secondary circuit, consists of unknown EMF E along with a galvanometer in series and a jockey. Now we are going to learn about application of potential. As discussed earlier, potentiometer circuit consists of two parts, the primary and the secondary. See the figure. To determine the internal resistance of a primary cell, again the potentiometer, the primary circuit remains the same as discussed earlier. But there is a little change in secondary part. In the secondary cell, EMF E along with a galvanometer and a jockey is connected, and also a resistance R prime along with a key K prime is attached. Initially in secondary circuit, K prime remains open and the balancing length L1 is obtained. Since cell E1 is in open circuit, so its EMF balances on length L1. That is, E is equals to X times L1, where X denotes the potential gradient. Next, now K prime is closed, so that cell E comes in closed circuits. If the process is repeated again, then the potential difference V balances on length L2. That is, V is equals to X times L2. By using the formula of internal resistance, R is equals to, in bracket, E upon V minus 1 times R dash. Placing the value of E and V, we get the expression of internal resistance of a cell R is equals to L1 minus L2 upon L2 times R prime. For comparison of EMFs of two cells, consider the second figure. Here also the primary circuit remains the same, but in the secondary cell we are using two cells of different EMF E1 and E2 and a galvanometer with changing switch 1 and 2 positions. First of all, we connect galvanometer with the terminal 1 of cell E1 EMF and get the balancing length of L1. Accordingly, E1 is equal to X times L1 and connect galvanometer with the point 2, which is connected with the cell of EMF E2 to get the expression E2 is equals to X times L2. Dividing these two expressions, we get E1 upon E2 is equals to L1 upon L2. That's all about the potentiometer.